shakalaka, Bitcoin is gearing up for its next all-time high, and the one reason I'm still just a little bit scared. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video we're taking a look at a lot of very interesting charts for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, including evidence why it is gearing up for the next all-time high, and the one thing to give me just a little bit of pause before we get into it, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell, come join us on Twitter at @TheCryptoLove. Push that like button. Now, today, fear at 28. I expect tomorrow it'll be down a little bit lower because it's sideways from yesterday, but the price has gone down about 1.5% across the markets today. Bitcoin at 16,653, Ethereum at 11.95, BNB at 243, XRP 35 cents, Dogecoin 7 cents, Cardano 25 cents, and Polygon 78 cents. And if we take a look at Bitcoin, exactly what I was talking about yesterday happened. The price got rejected from this yellow line, the 50-day moving average. Actually bounced down to this support on this sideways wedge we have right here. And right now, Bitcoin is getting squeezed between there, likely to break out in the next couple of days before the beginning of the new year. Now, hopefully it'll bounce up, but there is also a possibility we could break this wedge to the downside. Now, if we take a look at larger markets right now, this is a very, very interesting formation going on. The last time this happened, it was lights out for USD in the short term. The last time USD broke below the 50-week MA, look at what happened with price. And you're saying, USD, who cares? We're interested in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. When are those going to take off? Well, stick with me just a moment. Because as we see right now, from this purple bar chart right down here, smart money is walking away from the dollar. Just confirmed what you've been saying since October. The money leaves a dollar. What asset classes will it navigate to? We can see smart money loading up as the dollar went up. Now with that parabolic run broken, smart money is walking away. Now here is where it relates to Bitcoin. In case you didn't know, Bitcoin and DXY, or the dollar, basically move in opposite. It shows that as the dollar goes down, Bitcoin price goes up. As Bitcoin price goes down, dollar price goes up. Well, we know the parabola was just broken recently going down. That would lead us to believe that a massive bull run would follow for Bitcoin. But wait, there's more. I know, right? Sounds like an infomercial. Well, the linear Bitcoin chart demonstrates we're in the extreme long-term hodler accumulation zone. Think that we are at the price level like 9 cents back in 2008 or $3,800 back in 2020. Right now, Bitcoin is at massive bargains. Will it last here forever? Who knows? But even taking a look at the Puell multiple, the value zones for the Puell multiple, this is by far the longest opportunity that people have had to accumulate Bitcoin in these Puell multiple opportunity zones. Now, patience is the key. Priority in bear markets is survival. But it may not last forever, and people may be kicking themselves because they didn't pick up Bitcoin at these low prices. But again, there's no way to tell how long it'll last. Willy Woo was saying earlier he thinks it'll be longer than this 2018 bottom, but shorter than the 2015 bottom that we saw back there. Now, Bitcoin once again finds itself in a parallel channel on a macro chart. After 3 bottom hits on channel support on the bottom, Bitcoin generally flies up to the top. This would be corroborating the evidence we have right here with Bitcoin going inverse to DXY. We can see that each time we topped out, had 3 bottoms, and then topped out again before we moved to a different parallel channel. We topped out, had 3 bottoms, topped out again. Now this one, we've had bottom 1, 2, 3, top out, bottom, and then the next top, looking roughly around $200,000 for that one. Bitcoin right now is at the same level in the RSI, this red line, as it was in 2015. The same time corrected about 50% from breaking the GMMA bands, as we saw down here. In general, Bitcoin has never corrected more than 40-50% from breaking the GMMA bands in its entire history, but it does appear like it is doing the same thing that it did back in 2015. Could we have a bull run like we saw after 2015? Historic bull run for Bitcoin. Well, it's certainly possible. Bitcoin is gearing up for 2023. After an unsuccessful attempt that we saw right back here, the LMACD is finally crossing bullish on the 10-day time frame. Pattern looks very similar to 2015. Wow, we had a double top like 2013. Maybe have a bottom very similar to 2015. Could this possibly be happening once again? If it does, again, we might be in for a massive bull run, because Bitcoin is doing the one thing right now that has preceded every single all-time high bull run for Bitcoin. And it's not the halving. Surprise, surprise. It's actually Bitcoin's comparison with the Chinese 10-year to the dollar. We can see when it's at lows and it breaks above this 3-week MA20, that generally sets the trend for the bull run. And each time it's done this, you can see these green boxes each time it's done it. It's predicted every single one of these runs. Well, we take a look and look at this. Once again, Chinese 10-year DXY breaking the 3-week MA20 right now. This would indicate that we would have an all-time high run in the near future. Not only that, but again, we're going back to the beginning here with Bitcoin inverse to DXY and DXY falling like an apple on Newton's head. Well, not only does that happen, but other things that happen simultaneously to DXY falling right down here in the bottom, well, we have altcoins exploding. The last time this happened where DXY broke through a parabolic bottom, we had altcoins exploding. We had Litecoin Bitcoin comparative exploding, and then we had Bitcoin dominance decreasing as the entire market explodes, which brings us to the last thing. This is something that I was talking about a few days ago, and then there was also a chart by William Clemente talking about a decrease in the volatility. And how Bitcoin has been moving sideways for over a week now has been making me a bit uneasy. And there is this chart here that the first time I looked at it, I didn't actually do the math on it. And this is actually a very, very scary chart. We can see right now, decrease in volatility before, boom, explosion, price explodes, right? As we saw back here back in 2018, decrease in volatility and then explosion. But if we actually take a look at the chart, we can see, same thing right here, decrease in volatility coming right down here. Maybe I'll draw it for you. Decrease in volatility coming right down here, and then explosion, right? Same thing we have now, decrease in volatility, explosion. But you know what happened right here where that first explosion is on this chart? This is the exact time, and I put it right here in red so you can see it. October of 2018. You know what happened in November of 2018? Bitcoin price dropped by 50% from $6,500 to roughly $3,000 and change. Could we have the same exact thing about to happen where Bitcoin price gets cut in half to like $8,000? Certainly possible. There are some CME gaps worth to collect at $9,000, $11,000. So that's my one thing, one little hesitation, my one little pause, because otherwise, especially this chart here, things are looking absolutely amazing for Bitcoin. So that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, push that like button. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.